exciting day today, Tommy. We've got Tom, our new media guy, is getting his first ever rucksack.
Woo, that's amazing.
So,
nice.
Yeah, this is the rucksack, my man.
Nice.
So, a bit of backstory on the whys. I was super unfit and quite large, like larger than I am now. Started to walk, got walk fit, wanted to walk with weight, bought a weight vest, wasn't comfortable, Googled how can you walk comfortably with weight, found rucking, couldn't buy a rucksack in Australia, bought one from the US. It had plates, used the plate, the smallest plate, went for a walk, it was awesome. Went to change plates as I got used to the lighter weight, and it was just too big a jump. So between the fact I couldn't get a ruck in Australia and the fact that I just don't think, based on what I learned about how good rucking was for general health, that there wasn't a product that fit people who just wanted to get healthier. It was all very elite military and CrossFit games. I developed these ones. So how much do you weigh?
75.
All right, so wait, six pack. Six pack.
See the weight of them, yeah.
Whoa. So this is the difference between us and every other ruck out there, is that we allow smaller increments of weight up and down. So instead of the plate system, we have this system here where you can put up from 1 to 15 bricks, and the bricks are just under a kilo. So if you've got you know, water, which I'll set you up with a water thing, but with the bag itself, I didn't want to make these exactly a kilo because I didn't want people thinking that if they had 15 of them that their bag was going to be
exactly 15.
Well, it'd end up being 17 and a half by the time and maybe more if they had water in it. Right. So we made these just a slightly smaller. Okay. And just a tip when you're putting these in, I always try to do them fairly even. So, and depending on how you like to walk with your weight, you could have them, you can stack them up the top. Yep. So you could put 3 and 3 and have none down the bottom. But I like having most of the weight in the middle. So in your instance, I would go 3 across the guts. We'll put 2 at the bottom and 1 at the top. So
we're going to put extra 6 kilos.
So what I'll actually do, because I put that one in the middle and you've got one extra one that side, I would shift that one across to that side. Oh yeah. So then you've got even distribution of weight. So that's 6 kilos in there, which would be, if you're 75, that'd be around kind of 7-8%. Being mindful that if you walk with water, so the next thing that we do is set up your water. So this is 1.5 liters. So if you've got this full, and don't mind the plastic, but for hygiene reasons, they need to deliver it in plastic. If your bladder's full, you're probably going to be adding about another 2 kilos to your weight. Right. So we just clip in there. You'll see, like, whether I've overdeveloped it or not, but there was just things that I wanted to do that just made them perfect, like the bag's perfect. And that's like, if this has got the clear pipe on it, what's going to happen when you're walking out in the sun?
It's going to warm it up.
So if we can get a coolie holder, so we've got a coolie holder over the top of your clear thing, and then we've got a big coolie holder for you to put the whole bladder in. So for me, black bag, you know, everybody likes going walking in the hotter times of the year. Your water's going to turn into lukewarm bath water pretty quickly. Absolutely. So it's these little things. You know, it's using the best quality zippers we could use, because the bag's called Dura, as you can see, which is like military grade stuff. It's what they make all the military stuff out of. Yeah. I would hate it that the bag failed because of the zippers, and you've got this awesome material bag that lasts forever. Everything's double stitched or triple stitched. We've got behind this weight and between the foam here, there's a thermoplastic plate. So you don't actually feel any of the weight bricks or anything in there while you've got on your back. And we spent ages with this design for the foam padding, and that's what sits against your back. And then obviously the shoulder straps are padded. I'll put your waist belt on in a minute, but this hydro pack just clips in the carabiner at the top. We also have a laptop sleeve, which I think that you're not going to use. So hydration is much better. If you're hanging out with me, you'll be following me around doing my podcast, and you're definitely going to need hydration more than you're going to need your laptop.
Absolutely.
But it has got a laptop sleeve that anchors in the same way. Same thing, anchors at the top, anchors at the side. You just want to keep your load inside the bag as sort of stable as possible.
Sure. And why is it important to have the weight distributed properly?
Just for
better for your back,
body alignment. Yeah. So I've heard stories where people have gone out with weight vests on and just not had the straps adjusted evenly, and then after a long, heavy ruck, have had neck issues and had to go to an osteo.
Oh, wow.
We've got Dr. Lisa, who does a bit with us. She's got a few stories of even people she's gone with our vests on and noticed that they haven't been aligned properly, and that's led to other stuff. But yeah, so you have got a wet weather. You got a little raincoat for your ruck.
Beautiful.
When we decided that we're going to do the laptop bag and people were going to be using them to commute with, we thought we better give that away just in case it pours down rain where you've got your $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 laptop in your bag. But the Cordura is actually quite waterproof or water resistant without it. And then you'll see even with that, you've still got room for wet weather gear, some snacks, additional water if you need it, but that bladder's pretty big, so you should be pretty cool. And that's the internal of the bag. We've got a front pocket here that is just good for keys, phone, puffers if you're asthmatic, that sort of stuff. We've put mollets at the front, and I did this more for acknowledgement. We've got this idea, we're gonna run some community events this year, and I've got these cool silicone wristbands that will strap through there and click in.
Nice.
And so if you do, one of the ones we're looking at is Sahara, which is a soft sand rock. If you come and do Sahara, you get your little acknowledgement thing and you can hang them off there. But they're also good for if you want to hang like torches, picnic rugs, music, like little speakers and stuff. Like you can just hook, the mollets are designed for that. They're like a military. And you'll also see that there's 4 handles on the bag. So we're developing a ruck fit program so you can actually use the bag as a home workout tool as well.
That's awesome.
And so, yeah, so that's the internals. And then the waist strap, I've got you a small one. So this is one of these things that until after the fact, we didn't realize that we could have done it different and better. So we've got 2 size waist belts, and I agonized over these waist belts forever because they use the mollet system, which once you know how to do it, it's easy, but trying to tell someone how to do it's quite difficult.
Gotcha.
So I wanted the rucksacks to come with the waist belt attached. Or have it where it was a bit more frictionless to get it on. But we couldn't find we couldn't adjust it well enough that it was a one size fits all. But after we got it and we realized that 98% of the people use the mini, because the mini extends out to about a 40-inch waist. It's only the big boys that are bigger than 40-inch that will need extra. And then it wasn't until I was on an airplane and I saw that someone got an extender belt. I'm like, why didn't we just so all new, once we do the next order, every rucksack will come with a mini, well, it'll just be a waist belt attached. But for the bigger boppers, they'll have an opportunity just to get a little extender. And that's going to be way less friction than doing this. So when you do your waist belt, and we have got a standalone video on our YouTube channel on how to do this, but just so you know, place it down with these tabs up as if it would be if you were wearing it. So you'd have, that's your back, buckle would be at the front, tabs at the top, flip it over. So now you're looking at the back side and the flaps are down. And then on the front side of the bag, just so you've got 2 rows here, but I always put it on the front side so it's further away from you. I've got love handles. So just to sort of, prevent any rubbing on your love handles. So so it's just it's a weave in and weave out through the mollets and through the bag, the waist belt, and then slip it up there. So because I've done it 1,000 times, I make it look really, really easy.
Right.
But
turn it towards us a little bit.
So
yeah, that's it.
But people who order a pack that comes with the waist belt, I'm sure look at it and go, how the hell do I get this on? Right. So push him in, and then yeah, unless you want to take that off, that is never going anywhere.
Cool, cool.
So now that we've got it done, how about I show you where it needs to sit and how to wear it?
Sure. All right, so where do you want me?
Ultimately, you want the bag to sit kind of in between your scapula, so like you don't want it too low.
Yeah, right.
Because it'll like over time you'll feel too much of a drag. Like you'll already feel that it opens up your shoulders.
Absolutely.
Particularly you probably sit over a laptop.
Absolutely.
But I would say that's where you want it to sit. So if you can adjust those side straps to suit.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And then slide them down to get the excess over.
Oh, yep.
With your waist belt, adjust that up so it fits on your waist. Same thing when you do your straps, try to do them fairly evenly.
Okay.
And we've got all your excess can slip under there. And
Beautiful.
with your chest strap, this is something where, depending on how much you've been on your laptop, you will feel, when you're carrying heavy, you will feel it between your shoulder blades. Okay. If you feel that to the point where it's a bit uncomfortable when you're rucking, just unclip that. Cool. And that'll drop the weight down more towards your waist. Nice. So I find when I'm going for a really heavy ruck, depending how much I've been over my phone or my computer, I'm doing this up and undoing it multiple times during a ruck. Okay. Just because it's actually nicer like that, but it gets to a point where your shoulders are like, whoo. This one, you've got a little clip there to put that in, and I just usually tuck that under there. Cool. And then you've got access to water when you need it.
Nice, yeah, it's super comfortable.
Yeah, so that's like, that was the biggest aha moment when I got my pack in from the US, is that like if you're going to walk with weight or ruck, it's definitely a great way to do it. Great for your posture, opens your shoulders up.
100%.
You stay balanced, good core workout, good. Yeah. You'll notice when you start rucking, your butt and your glutes, like your glutes and your hammies, get worked really well, which are your bigger muscles within your body. Yep. You'll sleep really well. Nice. And the good thing is that as you get comfortable with that, then we'll just keep increasing your weight a kilo at a time. Yeah. Yep. So you're ready to go, mate. Nice, awesome. So what's the what's the max you can get up to? Let's say if you pack it with all the weights and you've got your laptop and then you've got your water in there, could be like up to like 20 something kilos, right? Yeah, you'd be tipping probably 20 kilos with the way it is now. We're looking at a plate system where you can add 5 or 10 kilo plates inside that as well. Yeah. But it's not like, for me, it's not the real market that I'm going for. Like all the other ruck companies out there are, sponsoring CrossFit Games and doing all that sort of stuff. I'm more the 99%ers that just want to be able to walk while carrying weight just to get more benefit out of their walk. I don't think we'll ever aim to get much higher than like 25, 30 kilo in the pack. Fair enough. Because that's heavy when you wear it. Like that's super heavy. So yeah, fair enough. All right. Awesome, man. Go and have a ruck and let us know how you think.